We're out at a wildlife preserve today, and it's a little warm. It's in the 90s Fahrenheit, and so we found some partial shade to stand in, and we thought we'd take some time to follow up on a previous video that we did about how we make money on the road.
Yeah, in this video we're going to talk about some other ideas that we've either heard stories of people doing or met people that were doing them, or just things that we've seen a need for. So hopefully there'll be something that'll spark an idea for you. Okay, so the first thing is something that we call working the work camping. And this is when one person is work camping and the other person is working for the work campers.
Yeah, for example, I met someone that works for the Amazon Camper Force a year or so ago, and he told me a story about a woman whose husband was doing the work camping, and so she came up with an idea to basically support the work campers with meals. And so she posted a sign saying, for X amount of dollars you can get some of this meal that I'm making. So she would make a big meal, and she ended up having a substantial amount of people signed up on these lists on a regular basis. So that's one way of working the work campers.
Working the work camp, yeah. Some other kind of personal care ideas that might work would be to do laundry for people, or maybe grocery shopping. They don't have a lot of time when they're work camping. They work long hours.
Definitely.
And these things may also apply to other work camp situations or RV park situations as well.
Yeah, definitely. Anywhere that people are, they need personal services, and the more busy they are, the more these things will fit. Some of the other things would be like cutting hair. You know, I mean, everyone seems to need their haircut at parks and places we've been, and or most everyone. And anyway, that's a good thing. The mani-pedis, you know, type of thing, manicures and pedicures, that kind of stuff. You know, and we're not familiar with all the licensing for these things and stuff like that in different jurisdictions, so you got to look into that yourself.
But if it's something that you've done in the past and you're knowledgeable on those things, and maybe if you're really good at massage, I can see where that would be really welcome after a 12 or 14-hour day. So, you know, whatever kind of skills that you have, just think about putting those into a situation where you're helping the other work campers.
Yeah, and like we said, some of these are things that we've observed a need for that aren't being filled. So, I mean, just think about the things that you require, you know, in your own life, and that those things are still required. And if there's people really busy, that's why all these jobs exist, is because other people are busy doing something else, so they need someone to do that for them. So, yeah, there's a lot of personal services that can fit into both work camping and just regular life situations in parks and campgrounds.
Definitely.
Some other money-making services center on RVs themselves. There's a lot of RVs around, so there's a lot of RVs that need maintenance and repairs. And we've had some situations like that ourselves, where we were in need of a little bit of help, and we were able to find a guy that was willing to do some work. So we've noticed that there's a lot of people looking for that all the time. They need a little, like even a ceiling fan put in, or some their LED lights changed, or any of these other kinds of things that you have knowledge to do in an RV. People are constantly in need of that. It's just like being in a house when people need, you know, a roof repair. They need these types of things done. I mean, there's all kinds of appliances and things in an RV, things that can leak, or all that kind of stuff. So RV repair is a big one. Another thing that we've seen going on a lot is RV wash business. It's just a really big thing. Some parks will allow you to use their water, and that would probably be the easiest situation, because there's a lot of services that we've seen with pickup trucks or trailers that they're pulling around large containers of water, and have some type of you know, pressurized system so that they can pressure wash the rigs. But we've also seen people just come out with pressure washers, or use the actual the site's water supply and the hose, you know, and just wash the outside of RVs and windows and stuff, and there's a lot of people that aren't able or don't want to do that for themselves. So that's a good one.
And cleaning inside of RVs as well. You know, you may not think about that because the RV's, you know, smaller and easier to clean, but there are some people that are either really busy or they're just not physically capable of doing a lot of that kind of thing. So, and a lot of them are stationary for longer periods of time. So cleaning RVs could be an idea for you.
Yeah, it's not all moving around. I mean, we've found that there's a lot of places where people have been there for years. They get to a place and they just stay and they love it, and maybe they'll take off for a little bit here and there, but there are definitely stationary places. You don't have to be stationary. You can come in and work for as long as you want and then leave and go to the next gig. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of money to be had around performing services on RVs.
On RVs, yep. Pet care is another area that we see a big need in. Just walking dogs is a great service to offer. People come and go on vacation. They may be going to a park where they can't take the dog. They're going to be gone for, you know, several hours, and maybe it's too hot. They need to leave the dog in the air conditioning, but they need somebody to come check on it and maybe take them out for a walk. So it's a great service to be able to offer. Also, dog washing would be a good thing. A lot of these parks are really dirty. They're, you know, outside in the gravel or the dirt, and so if you want to have an outside shower or something that you can offer a dog washing service, that could be
that would be helpful. Great. Yeah, definitely. We see the need for that. And some parks have a little area that you can that are designated for auto and dog washing basically, and we've seen people doing that. And there's a lot of people that can't do those things for their dogs. For example, like grooming. You know, a lot of people are used to taking their dog to a groomer and spending good money to have it done. And if you have those grooming skills, you could do that easily, even if it's just something like nails. Nails are a really big thing, so that's another thing. And we've had friends that have needed dog sitting. You know, things come up, you got to go somewhere, someone's got to go out of town for something, you know, maybe fly out from their RV, and you know, and they can't take the dog, and so, you know, dog sitting has even been something that we've seen people doing for others too.
Yeah, a lot of dog needs.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a lot of technical services that you can offer. RVers want to use the internet and computers just as much as people in houses, so we see that quite often. People's computers break down, or they don't know how to get the internet working, or whatever it is. So there's a lot of that, and computer consulting, computer programming, and software and hardware type troubleshooting. There's all sorts of things that you can do freelance in the tech world.
And there's we've met some people that even did phone tech work.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, this requires you to have a good phone line and good internet, but they were able to just sign in for certain hours of the day and do tech phone support, and be wherever they wanted to be.
Yeah, so that's good, and that might be working for a company. You have a company that's doing that for you, or we've seen people just have their own small businesses that are doing it and offering phone support, or over the internet, where you basically just do remote technical support. You know, you can log onto other people's computers and fix them for them remotely. So anyway, there's a lot of things. If you already are technically inclined, then that technical services could be a good fit for you.
For sure. Selling things is a great way to make money while you're traveling. If you're creative and can do a craft, a lot of people do jewelry, rugs, all sorts of different craft ideas. You can sell those items.
And you can do it online or offline.
Yeah, both. And you may be able to even buy items to sell. You know, buy them at a antique store, or vintage seems
that
to be.
Might be. Yeah, well, if you can find bargains that way.
If they're small, you know, bargains, vintage seems to be in. So if you can find interesting
thrift stores,
older things,
like
thrift stores, stuff like that, and then resell it online.
Yard sales. You know, you can find things all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, we've discovered a lot of stuff that we didn't pick up because we don't really have or want to make room for it, but we see how people could definitely do that. If you allot some space, you could pick up things, and I mean, there's things on one side of the country that they don't have on the other side and stuff like that, or might not find as easily, and you can pick them up and it's a bargain somewhere else. And so, you know, buying and selling is a great way, both online and offline. And you mentioned making crafts. There's all kinds of things that people do. I mean, the sky's the limit on that, and they sell them on online craft sites and or in just local flea markets and stuff wherever they travel, or they set up a little shingle where they go if it's appropriate to do so in the park that they're at or the campground. So another thing is like multi-level marketing. And if you don't know what that is, take some time to look into it. If you can find something that you would really like to use yourself and believe in, that's basically the main principle. If you can believe in the product that the company has, a multi-level marketing opportunity will allow you to use the items, you know, like if it's a nutritional supplement or some types of lotions and potions or whatever, you can use these things yourself and then get others to sign up to purchase them, and they can either become part of the business and resell too, or they can just use the products. Either way, you're going to get a percentage of the money from the sales or from the business that they do. So this thing kind of gets to be, you know, a big deal after a while if you really believe in it and a lot of other people are interested in what you say and have to sell.
It's a great thing to do when you're traveling because you don't have to maintain any inventory or do any shipping. You just get the people to order through you or through your website, and then you get the portion of the sales, and they do all the shipping and maintain all the inventory. So it's a great fit that way because you know, obviously an RV don't have a lot of room, so
but you know, just think about things that you can make or obtain and sell, because selling is definitely, I mean, everyone buys stuff, so that's a good thing to do to make money too. No matter how we try to downsize, we're always buying stuff. Definitely. There's so many ways to make money while traveling. Hopefully the few that we've shared in this video will spark some interest or give you some ideas so that you can make some money while traveling. Yes, and please don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.